This is how two brand new YouTubers do an intro for a get ready with me video.
Okay, intro done, let's go. Hi everyone, so this is Wendy from Gwendolyn Farms, and today we're going to do a get ready with me. We've got a wedding to go to. I'm going to basically do my makeup how I think she should do it, and then she's going to kind of follow along what to do for like older skin.
And most of it will be comedy because I don't wear makeup.
I'll insert a little clip here of what we filmed earlier, but you'll see like what I have for just like here just to film with and what she has for life. So it's quite a drastic difference. Just a quick wipe to get rid of any like excess dirt, oil.
Oh goodness. I've just had a shower. How is this coming out black?
Do you wash your face with anything in the shower?
Well,
water doesn't count. Usually go into primer, a protection barrier between your skin and whatever you're putting on top.
Okay.
And then also whatever you put on top is going to adhere to the primer, so it's going to last longer.
Does it help with things not getting on your clothes and stuff like that as well?
That's setting, so we'll get to that later. So if you want to see how shiny it is first, you can put it on the back of your hand and you can kind of rub it in a little bit and you can see how like glowy it's going to make you, and if you're happy with that you can put it all over your face. Whenever you're ready. What is your main concern with your skin?
I've got a lot of sun damage, so you can probably see the darker blotchy bits. It's like freckles of just...
On steroids.
On steroids, yeah.
Where you want the most coverage is where you put it first.
This is showing every single wrinkle on my face. And I think it's things like this that scare older people off makeup, off using this sort of thing, because they get to the first stage and think it's showing all my wrinkles, I'm not going to keep going.
Yeah.
And then we just don't do any of the steps next time.
So don't judge until like you see the end of it, because it'll all come together at the end. So what we're going to do now is add a little bit of concealer. This one's a NARS concealer.
So am I just picking just the odd spot?
Yeah, less is more. So we've done the like base canvas. Now you're just doing the extra coverage where you want it.
So I've got a mark here and a mark here.
So I'm going to do the exact same thing. We are going to use the same brushes just because I think we had different ideas of what the video was going to be before I got here. But that's okay.
But we're also family, so we've got the same germs anyway.
And I'm using it after her, so it's only really me that's going to have an issue. Because to cover up my sins. Just dab it over and it'll absorb any excess that you want. And it'll also make the foundation blend into your skin a little bit better. So that's sort of what I meant about it. It's going to be a lot more concealer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We should go into like what you would call rouge, but I would call blush.
Okay.
Lightly dab this one. So you dab it in the areas where you would normally flush, which is like here to like here.
Blend, do I need to blend?
Yeah, so what you want to do with this is blend the edges. So you want to keep the opacity of the colour, but just blend around the edges so it doesn't just look like you've put tiger straps on your face. As we're not going to add any more cream products, I think we should set the face. So this is what we were talking about before, like locking the foundation. Under eyes, I don't want them to crease. Have a little bit of powder, so like that much, and just dab that into the area and do the same motion.
Oh no, that's really interesting. I've done that side, and that side doesn't look as wrinkled.
Yeah, you can see the difference, I think we should do bronzer, because if you have a look in the viewfinder, your face looks very white right now.
Yeah, I look like one of those like 1920s pantomime, you know, Marcel Marceau.
Where I would apply it on your face to give the most natural colour is like a 3 shape, so like 1 and 3. So I would really load the brush up, and then I would buff it in like this.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you look very white in the camera, but like, so do I. But like this foundation matches in real life. I might see if I can adjust the lighting. I think we'll move on to contouring. So contouring is, do you want to tell your story about what you told me before about your lipstick? What you do with your lipstick?
No.
So we're going through her makeup bag, and there's only a couple products here, but she pulls out like lipstick, which is quite dark, like if you have a look at how dark that is. She tells me that she puts lipstick on her lips and on her cheeks and then on the center of her nose. To me, I was thinking, oh, you're going to conceal with lipstick. That's really weird. But apparently she's contouring with lipstick, which you have the right idea. I think it's just the wrong shade. So you want it like here. And then I turn the brush and I blend upwards. So you want all of this to be lighter because it's going to create the illusion of that shadow. If you have a look, it's only very subtle, but like this side.
No, it's
then this side.
It's a good difference. And I'm wanting to go about here.
Yep. So you need to find like your natural cheekbone and go a little bit above that. God, I'm like an astrophysicist. There's a planet on my face. This is my best friend. It's like $5 from Kmart.
Give it to me.
To define the contour, we're going to bring back our trusty powder. Baking, so I did explain this a little bit before. Right, so what you do here, grab a little bit on the bit with the point because it's easier to grab a line. And you can see where the contour is and just drag it down so it creates a line.
I baked my hair.
Do you want to add in that this is more like things you can do. You don't need to do every step.
One of the things I find is that if I want to do makeup, it takes such a long time.
Yeah.
If I'm going somewhere, it's going to take me an extra hour to do the makeup.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I choose not to wear makeup.
This is more, I'm showing you everything that you can do for like longevity.
Yep.
And then you can pick and choose what you want from it. With the makeup like taking a while, me and like my friends, we actually enjoy getting ready more than we actually do going out.
Yeah.
Next step is highlight.
A highlighter to me is the bright yellow thing you put over your pages.
Alright, a highlighter,
So what does a highlighter do?
It accentuates the high points of your face. Basically, when you turn your head, the light should hit that spot.
Okay.
I'm going to just lightly blend this on. This one's really good because it's more like fine, so it's not going to just look like a chunky strip. And then what I do, I take my trusty blending brush.
Just above here.
Yeah. Now eyeshadow. Now I've given you a palette already.
When I was your age, we would do either a bright green stripe or a bright blue stripe. I grew up in the 70s and that was how you did your makeup.
That's how I do my makeup now.
And you look at some of the old clips, have a look at makeup in the 70s, and that's how we did our makeup.
We'll do your eyes in a second. See how my eyebrows right now are quite like defined? So I've had them tattooed. So I actually can't put anything in them right now because I only had it like 4 days ago.
Okay.
And you need to wait till they finished healing. What I would probably suggest doing is, because your front of your brow is quite bold, so what I would suggest is doing a little bit in the front and then creating a little bit of a tail.
Am I doing it on the top of the brow to give it some?
Yeah, so you just want to create like hairs in there.
That's made a huge. It's almost given me my eyebrows back.
Yeah. It's like a spoolie. It's like a comb. You just brush out the product.
Okay.
This is a pigmented eyebrow gel. It's like hairspray for your eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do eyes now. I usually like to start off with is just a shader brush. For just a base color over the eyelid. So you've got the Smashbox Full Exposure palette here. Take a blending brush, which is a big fluffy tulip brush. We're going to take a shade that's a couple shades darker than your skin tone. What you want to do is find where your crease is. So when you get a bit older, your eyebrows seem to like droop, and so your eyelids, you'll see they like go on top and you don't have as much of a lid space, you just have more eyelid. Find where your crease is, but sort of create a crease for you. So I can sort of see that my crease is going to be here, and then I can lift my eye up and put it in.
I can really tell the one that I've done and the one that you've done.
So this is going to be your best friend, this one here. What you want to do is just blend over the top. So blend like on the edges really lightly, and it's going to diffuse the color so you don't have any harsh lines. So what we want is a darker shade. Put a little bit on the outer section just so it gives a little bit of depth to the eye. So do you see how I'm not like putting it like above the crease, like below, and
just
I'm not
on the
bringing
lid.
it. Yeah, just on the outer part of the lid though. See how like majority of my lid is still there?
Yeah. Right, so what do you do if you actually go too far out?
So we have micellar water, which you can remove, which will remove the foundation underneath. Or you can put like a little bit of concealer on,
Okay.
and then just get rid of it that way. if it's like a light kind of brown, like the first shade we used, you can sometimes just put powder there and it will just lighten up the shade of it so you can barely see it. Going to put a shimmery shade, so just put a little bit on your finger and then just apply it to your eyelid. Don't apply it too high.
Lid.
Yeah, lid. Now take your same brush. All I do is just blend like the top to get rid of that harsh line and blend the outer section.
They make my eyes look bloodshot.
Bloodshot? Wow, I have a step for that actually. This is like a cream eyeliner pen, like a concealer for your waterline. So you see how this line down here is really red? This is gonna go in it and like cover it. I take a brush like this because I don't want to push my finger on my lower lid and then rub everything off.
Oh, okay. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, what we're gonna do now is do the same but to the top, just a little bit. So hold and kind of pull your eye a little bit, so it like smooths your eye out.
Yeah. Oh, that works.
This part's easy. Mascara.
We get to use one of mine. A brown one.
That would be really good actually. Same thing as the brown liner. It's not going to be as like in your face.
You're using a lip liner.
Yeah.
Why do you use a lip liner?
Okay, well you can't tell now because I've just drawn the line, but this side of my lip is thinner than this side.
Okay.
So I've just drawn that line to connect to
even it up.
So that's what I do, and it makes lipstick last longer. Have you never used a lip liner before?
Yeah, I was just interested to hear what the proper advice was. There was never YouTube when I was growing up, and there was no tutorials. You could go into Maya and they would do your makeup for you, and then they would try and sell you the most expensive products.
They still do that now. Lip liner also helps if you go outside the lines. This is called Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Sort of the same thing as the setting powder. Lock everything in, setting spray, lock everything in. It also, because it's wet, is going to absorb some of that powder that you did put on your face. Yeah. So it's going to kind of make it melt into your skin. So all you do is just spray on your face. Spray 5-6 sprays just evenly across your face. It's the same thing, but I'm just really extra, so I like to have multiple. Close your eyes.
So this is the finished product. I'm really pleased about this. I've never worn, hardly ever worn makeup. So if you want to get this sort of look, a minimalistic look, or a really going out, popping look, Life with PJ, and you'll see makeup tutorials on her channel.
Not very often because I'm really lazy, but yes. So what we were discussing off camera is that Wendy here can take what she wants from this. So if she doesn't want to do like a full face, this would be like a full face for her. So if she wants to only do concealer or like maybe a little bit of blush, a little bit of eyeshadow, at least she knows what she can do later on. There'll also be a video on Wendy's channel. I'll leave the description, like the link in the description, sorry, and like a little thing on the screen that you can click on. You can go and have a look. Do you want to explain a little bit about your channel?
Just a real downer. My partner died 6 years ago and had to sell the farm. So I really loved being on the farm. So my efforts at the moment is to renovate the house to the point where I can sell it. And I'm also a nurse, so I do some nursing videos, and there's a few topical videos on my channel as well. So if you're interested in either of our channels, please hit subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified every time we upload a video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Do you want to do the intro now or at the end?
We could both do the intro.
You can do the whole intro.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Oh yeah, if you'd like, yeah. I hate being like, hi guys, because it's like, is anyone watching? I'm going to have like this much on the wedding. I'm going to have like this much.
It looks like an egg. What do we do? Like that?
So this is a full coverage, you don't need to tap it because it's a cream. This is like a more dense brush, which you want to use for, shading. My life is just falling apart.
Hardly ever worn makeup.